Hi, Melanie here from Melanie Crystal Pilates. So today we're going to talk about an exercise that is a pain in the neck for so many people when they're trying Pilates, and excuse the pun, I like that jokes. It's literally a lot of people, so it's called the hundreds. The hundreds is a fundamental exercise in classical Pilates, and you will probably encounter it in 99% of the Pilates classes you'll go to. So a lot of people complain of neck pain when they're performing this exercise. So I'm going to try and give you some tips and some kind of good practice tips that you can follow when you're practicing this. So we're going to lie down on the floor, on your back, and you can have a head cushion or a hand towel under the head, and you're going to start with making sure that your pelvis and spine are in neutral. So just relax the pelvis, try not to push the spine down or up the floor. So we're going to break it down. The first version of the hundreds is with the feet on the floor, so it's a little bit easier on the abdominal, so you have a chance to work on your neck and head alignment. So what a lot of people do when they do a curl up in the hundreds, they reach the chin forward and they lift up like that, so immediately all of this gets very tight. So instead, what you're going to do, you're going to draw your chin in, and you're going to keep your chin tucked in, and you're going to roll your upper back off the floor. From there, you're going to start the arm beats that are included in the exercise, and you're going to take a gentle in breath from the nose and then out breath from the mouth. And you can continue for as long as you can, or maybe up to the 100 breaths. So the second mistake a lot of people make, and this is an important one to pay attention to, is what we call bracing. So what a lot of people do, even if you do your chin tuck correctly and you curl up, what a lot of people do, they hold their breath and they just very quickly move their arms like that. So like they can barely breathe. So that's actually it can be quite damaging anyway for your abdominals. It can put a lot of pressure in here, but also it's just not enjoyable. So the whole aim of the hundreds is that it's a breathing exercise. So when you get into your start position, before you just jump into the movement and start kind of bracing, you want to really encourage a gentle inhale to the base of the rib cage. So you want to be able to see your ribs expand sideways. And then as you exhale from the mouth, you're going to see the ribs drawing in. So breathing in and out. So you want to be able to see your breath affecting your body expansion and contraction, just gently. Okay, so the third thing is people being obsessed with making sure that they're doing 100. So it's 10 breathing cycles. Honestly, don't force yourself. So it's about building up and stamina. So what I would recommend is curl up, start your exercise, and the moment you notice a sign of fatigue, do one more breathing cycle. So one more inhale and one more exhale, and then stop and bring yourselves down and rest. So try to gradually get to the hundreds in time. Then for progressions, just very quickly before we finish, once you've kind of done the hundreds with the feet on the ground and your neck is not hurting, you can let the abdominals expand and contract with the breathing. Then you can make it a little bit more challenging by bringing the legs in the double knee fold position. So everything else is the same as we just talked about, but it's just a little bit more challenging. So once again, you might want to build up your breathing cycles gradually to the 100. And then the last version, which is the intermediate version, is with the legs extended, so the abdominals working even harder. So you might want to think about curling up a little bit more, but definitely focusing on the breath and not bracing. And always bring the feet down one at a time before you relax. So that was like a whistle-stop tour to the common things the common complaints that people have with the hundreds. Give them a go. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch, and I'll be very happy to help you.